So we are here with Bboy Mounir. He's from Vagabonds crew. He's a very popular b-boy in the scene. He's been 9-time world champion. Even he won Red Bull BCone World Final. And he's a very, very important b-boy and so motivational speaker as well. So Mounir, welcome to Red Bull BCone. It's a pleasure to have you here. Your workshops have been amazing, honestly speaking. And I'd like to ask you some questions about b-boy in general. So when did you start breaking?
I started breaking back in 1997, so almost 21 years.
21 years breaking, that's a long time.
It's a long time.
How many days do you train a week?
Like my routines right now, my training routine changed a lot because I'm traveling a lot. I'm working on different type of project as a motivational speaker and personal trainer also. So let's say that early 2000s, I was training 7 days a week, 6 hours a day. 365 days a year, really. Right now my schedule changed. I have also more experience. My training is totally, completely different. So I'm more effective now by training 5 days a week, 2 hours, 3 hours, than I was when I was training 6 hours a day.
Do you distribute your training session? Like do you train different disciplines inside breaking, or you just mix all of them up? Like for example, do you train power moves and then footballs and then top rope, or you just freestyle all the time?
No, I kind of separate, the discipline. So I work each style differently, separately. So I'm kind of practicing my power move. Then later the same day, maybe focus on freezes, tricks, depending, of what I need actually, what I need to develop, what I need to get back, depending, So, but I'm not focused on everything and never focus on only one move or one typical style, I try to split my training session into few moves or few combination of moves.
Okay. What do you think makes you different from other b-boys?
I don't know if I'm the right person to say it, I'm just doing what I do. I think it's the people who see me that can give their opinion. What I always try to do, first of all, I love everything, I love power move, I love tricks, I love footwork, I love top rocking, I love freezes. I love everything in breaking. So it was difficult for me because I wanted to be one of the best in everything. So I practiced everything, and I'm capable to, of course I have my weakness, my strength. There is some discipline in breaking that I'm better than other discipline, but I try to do everything to show my vocabulary, I really try to work on details and to be able to have a large vocabulary, to show all my skills. So that's what I try to do, stay clean. I try to really think about what I do, I'm capable to freestyle, I'm capable to create sets. For me it's two different things. Freestyle, it's a feeling, set is it's a science, so I try to do both and everything.
Okay. Do you think it is better to be the best at one thing, or it is better to be good at many things, many different things?
Let's say that you should be at least good in everything. But if you can be great in one thing, it will be enough for you to make a career, to make your name, to travel, to do what you always dream about doing, to have a certain level. But now if you can be great in one thing and good in the other thing, then you're the number one.
Okay. Bboying is about creativity. Who or what inspires you? Where do you find inspiration?
First of all, when I started, I found inspiration through b-boys. The very first b-boys that inspired me a lot at my very beginning was b-boys like Storm, Remind, the World Style Elements crew actually, Flowmaster, Ivan, Easy Rock, later people from my country, from France, like the Family crew, Vagabonds crew, you know, so that's the people that inspired me when I started. Today, what happened is that I'm not watching a lot of battle and things. I think that I was able to understand breaking, you know, it means I understand where it comes from, how it became what it is today, so I have a better understanding to how to lead it, you know. Everything happens in my head, you know. I'm not the kind of people who try things, you know. Everything happens here. I picture myself, I see myself doing moves, so I create everything in my mind. It can be while I'm driving, it can be when I'm watching TV, it can be before I go to sleep. I see myself doing stuff, so I got ideas, I got things, and so I have to write it, you know. And then when I go practice, actually, I try what I pictured in my head.
Okay. What do you do when you get stuck with a move? When you feel that you can't progress anymore? How do you handle with frustration in general?
It happens sometimes you go to practice and nothing come out, you know what I mean? Like, even like something that is not very hard for you, then today is not a good day, you're not in a good mood, and you can do it. And yeah, I'm very frustrated at that moment and ready to really kick everything, you know, really get mad. But what I've learned is that when I'm feeling this way, I calm down, I step back a little bit, and I get back to the easiest move, you know. I don't let this bad day ruin my day, you know, the end of the day. So I prefer practicing easy stuff, not taking any risk, and waiting for the next day, you know. So that's how I deal with frustration and stuff. Sometimes when you really stuck with the tricks, with the movement, with the freeze, with the combination of movement, it takes time. Sometimes it takes time. So what I do also, first I need to know why. You know, there is a reason why I cannot make it. You know, there is a reason why I still don't have the move properly. So I recall myself. I try to watch the video to understand what I'm doing good, what I'm doing wrong. And sometimes what you need to do is to leave the movement, practice something else. Because there is a lot of movement, maybe every movement. If you unlock this skill, this power move or anything, actually without practicing the other one, it will automatically unlock this one too. You know what I mean? Because the abilities, the strength or the flexibility that you needed to make this one well, you just had it from doing something else, you know? So it happened to me a lot of times this way.
Nice. What do you think are the biggest mistakes that B-boys make when they go to train? Like wastes of time or inefficient ways of training?
Yeah, one of the biggest mistakes that B-boys does when they go to practice, they don't understand that when you go to practice, you go to work. And when you go to work, you need to bring your stuff. You don't go to school without your bag. You don't go to school without your pen and your books, you know? That's the tools that you need to work. So when you go to practice, you need your bag, you need your clothes. Like, I cannot go to practice light. I have my heavy bag because I have my mock neck, I have my beanie, I have my protections, I have my water, my like my towel, I have everything. Sometimes I bring stuff for others because I know that sometimes I don't even use it for me, you know, I use it for them. I have my cold spray, I have full of things because I don't know what's gonna happen. Even if I say, okay, today I'm just gonna practice windmills. So I just bring what I need for windmills. But how do I know if something's gonna cross my mind that I need to do right now, that I need to fix right now? And I don't have my stuff. You know, I don't have my protections. I don't know my Benny. I cannot test it. You know, so that's one of the biggest mistakes that people does. They don't bring their stuff when they go to practice.
Okay. And what do you think is the most important part of Bboying that Bboys should train?
Well, that's the workshop that I gave yesterday called Style is Everything. For me, the most important part of breaking, it's the attitude. It's the B-boy style, you know, because that's our language. That's the way you talk. You talk B-boy.
Do you do any physical conditioning or any other sports apart from breaking?
Yeah, a lot. With Vagabonds, we're probably the very first crew who shown how physical conditioning preparation. After that, I did many videos where I showed my own physical conditioning, you know, programs. Now I can see a lot of people are doing this, so it's good. It means that people are starting to understand. So first of all, I always love sport. I used to play soccer, handball, basketball, like I love everything. So I love to use this athletic, competitive mindset into my B-boy skills, you know, and my physical conditioning preparation is similar than you can see in other sports, you know, and this is what helps me a lot to keep growing as a people.
Okay. When you get injured or cannot train, what do you do? How do you handle with injuries in general?
Injuries is a big problem, is a big issue for all of us. You need patience, you know. Like I'm injured actually, you know. It's been like almost 8 weeks now. At the beginning, I thought that it would be fine by itself because it was not a big deal. So I kept practicing, and then after 4 or 5 weeks, nothing changed, you know. So I had to go to the doctor. Problem is I'm traveling a lot also, so it's never really easy to stay at home, quiet, you know, see the doctor and do the recovering stuff. So what I do is that I stop, I step back, I listen what to the doctor says, I do what he said that I should do, and I become passionate. That's all you can do. Because if you don't take the time to get back 100%, the risk is, okay, you will be back at training sooner, but you will never be back 100%. So it's better for you to wait 1, 2, 5, 6 months and then get back 100%, then coming back after a few weeks, and for the rest of your career, you will never be back 100% because this injury will follow you the whole time.
What would you say to the new generation B-boys? Any advice for new B-boys?
Show up, listen, ask questions, you know, make your own decision, and practice.
Okay.
Practice. Surround yourself by the right, good people.
What would you say, for example, to a B-boy that is alone, is in his hometown, and has no people to train or people who are not really interested in B-boy? Any advice for those kind of B-boys?
That's what we call the sacrifice generation. You know, it means that you are the one that have to make it happen. You're the one that have to teach in your city. You're the one that have to motivate the other people. So you will probably not have all the, all
support.
Yeah, all the support, and you won't get all the fruits from your work at the beginning. But after you, they will be able to have it because of you, you know, because you're the one that started in your city. Because somebody has to care, and that somebody is probably you, you know. But for yourself, you should find your own motivation, you know. So you should set goals. You should travel more, you know. It happened to me. It was a time that I had to drive 1 hour to get practice, you know, because I was practicing alone my whole career, most of the time, all alone. 6 hours, what I told you, I was alone. You know what I mean? I don't need nobody to practice. The problem when you need somebody to practice, it It means that if you don't feel good today, you won't go to practice. But the next day, it's maybe your partner that doesn't feel good, so you won't go practice neither, because then you're alone. No, you have to go by your own, and you have to find the strength, the motivation, you have to set goals, and you have to do whatever it takes, to reach that goal. For me, I had to drive for 1 hour to practice, doesn't matter, because that was the only place that I have. Some people were there, so I need this, If I stayed in my own place, sometimes it was not that easy.
What would you say to your younger self, to the young Mounir back then, 10 years ago, for example?
Don't change anything, keep going, be patient. Everything you always dreamed about is about to come.
Okay.
That's it.
What is the thing that makes you feel the best in your b-boy history?
I think more than winning many time Battle of the Year, breaking records at BC1, more than that, I think that what makes me proud and very happy, it's the respect and the love that I get from people, Sometimes it really surprised me, shocked me, and from the first generation to the young generation, it seemed that most people really appreciate what I do, how I do it, so it really makes me proud and happy, I think you cannot be the best your life, you will not be the champ your life, but if you have the respect, this is something that you will keep your whole life.
Okay. Can you tell us something about your new projects that you have for this year or next year? Anything that we might want to know about your new goals?
Right now I'm focused on my program, HWE, Hard Work is Everything. So I'm on tour in Europe, I did tour in Canada, USA, Australia, soon in Japan. So it's fantastic for me to be able to not only travel with breaking, but now travel as a motivational speaker, speak to those kids, to those entrepreneurs, athletes, students, of course B-boys and B-girls also, because that's part of me, this is who I am, that's the people that I want to help first, to share my experience first, but I also love very much to talk to regular people, to try to exchange with my experience, where we come from, started from nothing, so if I did it and I'm not special, then everybody can do it.
Okay. And finally, you want to say something to the Spanish b-boy community that are watching us?
Well, guys, actually it's almost my very first time in Spain, because I didn't have a lot of experience in Spain, and the thing that I can say, I was well surprised to see how many people showed up for the workshop, for the conference, how respectful you are, guys, and I really appreciate that. This is what you have to keep, because first we need to learn, then we need to practice in the right way. But to practice in the right way, you need the right information. And you won't get the right information just by your own. Alone, we are not capable to create anything. We need to be surrounded by right people. So find the right people, ask questions, get answers, agree, disagree, apply, don't apply. That's your own decision, but keep doing the good job, because I was really well surprised. You're doing great.
Okay, so thanks Mounir.
Thanks to you, bro.
Check this guy in social networks, because he's an amazing b-boy and motivational speaker. So that's it.